Okay, so the universal scales of Ma'at, and what I'm feeling is going on here with everything that's going on around us universally with Trump, with the planetary alignment, um, the soul over the meat suit focus, focusing on the spirit realm, the eternal world. We're in a huge like ma'at energy, which is still Christ consciousness energy of attachments. You know, we're in a huge shift right now, and it's about releasing from most, it's about releasing these attachments, right? Because we're really focusing more. The more spiritual growth you're doing, the more you're really focusing on the spiritual world, because you know you are in this world and you're not of this world. You're experiencing this world, but you're not of this world. And with, like, because we have a lot of Pluto energy here with death, is not an ending, but it's a beginning. All right, and how much matter you take on from this world, which is attachments. Um, I was showing I was gonna, I'm not gonna show it, but I'm gonna draw it out with understanding the spiritual essence. You have to have more actual spirit, 455 on the clock. You have to actually have more in your spiritual, because the meat suit is heavy. That was some of the risk being born here. How heavy the meat suit was here over your spiritual, over your soul. And that's what the scales of Ma'at is. It's deep. It's really deep. And we're in this time right now. We're in a like massive shift, and they know it. Okay, whoever they are. Okay, we're going to talk about Trump. And it's not about because that's who he is. It's because of the energy that is presented in him is going after and aiming at specific areas that have ancient technology, or forward technology. Actually, it's not even, it's just a from a different time and space that is way more than we know. And this AI. The AI prevents, we're in this time, there's this time here that prevents. So if you more align and integrate with AI, because that's coming. It's so wild because my mom like really did talk about all this. I laugh, I chuckled to myself. Like we spoke about this this is how we spoke to each other, and she knew this was coming. She foresaw a lot of this, and the balance, the universal balance with the scales of Ma'at, that's a real thing. It doesn't matter if you don't believe it, it's still a real thing. This world uses it differently. They use it the scales of justice. This world's all wrong, man. But anyway, there's coming a level here. There is coming a level here with the AI, and that's where it's written in scripture that there's going to come a time man will seek death, and they cannot find it because they aligned with like Borg. Okay, because that's basically what it is. It's like Borg. You start putting things in your body. I mean, you do what you want, but you know, my favorite saying is trust your own soul, trust your own instincts over this 3D world all day long, and try not to allow this 3D world to overthrow what your instincts are saying. That is a balance. Those are the balance of Ma'at right there as well. Ma'at means many different things. Many different things. It's the universal scale. It's the balance of being here. It truly is. And we have to give extra soul to our journey, and we can't ever forget about the soul and the soul essence and the spirit world, because we truly are the spirit world. When you leave this meat suit, you're a soul. You're not a meat suit anymore. You're a soul. You're in the spirit world. The spirit world's very real. Spirit world is more real than we're real, and they are, because of Ra being here. I'm telling you, because of Ra being here, you have wow, they know this, and they're doing it in a 3D fashion of making it look like, you know, we're rebuilding over here and we're doing this over here, but there's a lot going on underneath. And they're very forward about smart cities, AI. Okay, that's to take you out of your own essence of your own soul. You're a soul, because when you leave your body, you're a soul. And that's that whole matter of this world. You don't want to have things to, like when my mother passed, like I've like Ma, keep going. Don't you no, do not tether yourself to this world. Keep going. We're good. You know, we're good. You know, we're so good. Keep going, because we understood, you know, differently than a lot of people we met on our journey. For it is a spiritual world, and then it's connected to Ramses, and it is connected to Ramses. And I'm telling you, my mother just came through, like, so a while back, I was getting all kinds of wild information. It was like, wow, okay. I was remembering ancient stuff, and I knew it was real. I know it exists because it's in books too, and not just because it's in books, but because it's real. Ramses the Great came to me, and I remember sitting up in the morning like, Ramses the Great? What? And it's more about the spirit world, and it has to do with Osiris as well. And it is in scripture. It's just written differently. It's talking about the same thing, and it is. And for Christ knew this. This is the way of Christ. Christ knew. The Christ is to keep remembering your soul, your essence and your soul above the material world. Right? We do have directions here. We do. And they come in all different forms, not just one way, you know, not just one way. I think you actually close yourself off, but you know, you trust your own instincts always. All right. Always trust your instincts. Your instincts will scream so loud at you. Like, it takes a lot to like put them out. And then you're not aligned. You're out of whack. All right, we just can get out of whack, you know. And instead of remembering our soul, remembering our spirit, we're making decisions, making choices, just being, you know, more thoughtful, more mindful. What kind, you know, this is really like doing the fucking work. It really is. Like, what's your motive? Like, what's your motive? You know, what's your motive? Kind of thing. And even my approach, I have to ask myself, okay, do I have a motive here? Most of the time, no. I'm just me. But, you know, that's checking yourself. It's very much a lot of this energy going on, and with what they're doing with Elon Musk and Trump. And believe me, I'm not trying to make this about this, and I am not into politics. Let's just get this straight. I am not into politics. I see more spiritually than the 3D world. And I can see them, and I can. And I can see how the 3D world can put people to forget their soul over their meat suit, and get caught up in okay? We're in this time. We're really, really, really in this time. And so I just came across this person, and his name, it was Ramses. I'm like listening to this, and I'm like, this is my mother. Oh my God. And my mom had a thing up with like, she was very, like, researched Ramses the Great a lot. Like, she researched she was called to, and she knew about Atlantis, and she knew about those things that is spoken about now, that is, you hear more of than you did before. My mom knew that kind of thing. And it doesn't make her bet, like, I'm just, like, blown away. I get blown away. But I knew that, you know, I understood this too, that we're really in this time. And that saying in the Bible is, there is going to come a time a man will seek death and they cannot find it. And I have to be honest, that rang for a long time. Like, what does that really mean? Like, I get it to a point, but when the AI thing came in, this is why they're pushing the AI, okay? They know that the divine creator God of all that is, or sending in the archangels, and however that works spiritually in the spirit world, it's my aunt. It is my aunt. It really is like Anubis. It really is Horus. It really is Ra. It just got rewritten, but that's what we're talking about here. And probably in the Sumerians, you know, Anana, you know, so along with, okay, so this thing with, and I'm not trying to make it about any Hollywood people, but this is just how I get shown the connection of the level they're going to and what they're doing, okay? Never in my lifetime growing up, it would have been unheard of, seeing the level of that whole Kanye West thing, if you don't know. And then what went on, that would never happen. If you don't understand you're in Lucifer's world, that's a really good example. Um, it's a humiliation. It's all about humiliating the divine feminine, and that's what Anana, and it's connected to Anana. That's what Anana went through to descend from heaven to earth. We're in this, even though you live your 3D world and you go to the grocery store and you go to your job, it's still the energy template here. It's an energy template that where especially the divine feminine are in. All right, it's a humiliation. So they're pulling humiliation because they love Baal. They don't love the true creator God of all that is. They love Baal. Their allegiance is to Baal, and that no one that loves you would do things like that. He didn't even look human, you know. And they start wearing those sunglasses. I noticed that long time ago in Bono, John Lennon, the glasses. Like something was weird, you know, like why y'all wearing those weirdo glasses? Like, are you like, and it was all that Terminator stuff at the time, and it just made you think, like, you know, it clipped, like, what's up with that? They reached certain levels of, they just reached certain levels. I'm just going to leave it at that they have to, you know, they wear glasses like Mary J. Blige. Most of them sometimes aren't even sober, and that's why they wear glasses. So something with to do with that, this AI, those are the ones that will, you know, maybe you won't regret it. I don't know, but it's written that, you know, seeking all this, that microchip shit's gonna come out, and it is. It already comes out with the animals. I mean, believe me, if you don't realize you're already tagged, welcome in. You're already tagged. But this is like like your offering. You would go against your own soul. Like that level, and this isn't like a religious thing whatsoever. This is about your soul. This is about the spirit world. The spirit world is very real, and this is a temporary experience. For only divine knows when we're leaving here. We don't know, right? We don't know how long you got here. None of us do. Like, that's a, you know, I remember young realizing, like, oh wow, you don't reach a certain age and then okay, it's over. Like, at any time, it's temporary. This is temporary and it's no fear. But they're doing something right now with this ancient stuff with the Stargates that is connected to this, because it's a battle of souls. And it is.